The best fans in the MAC live here, and hopefully the best football team of the Mid-American Conference in 2013 lives here too. The first of 7 home contests comes on Saturday. It's the Bobcats and North Texas. Hi everybody, I'm Russ Eisenstein, the voice of the Ohio Bobcats, and welcome to Bobcat TV's Game Week preview of 0-1 Ohio and 1-0 North Texas. The numbers prove the statement. Ohio led the league in attendance last year, 22,000. Peden Stadium seats 24,000, so that's 91% of capacity. Ohio paced the league in attendance, paced the league in percentage of capacity, and the wins have been here too. Ohio has really done well in home contests. Over the last 4 years, 19-5. In the Frank Solich era, 32-13 at home. Solich has been strong in his own stadium over the years. As a collegiate head coach, he's 70-17 in home contests. This is a well-timed home game. It's expected to be a sellout. Tickets are flying out of the offices at the Convocation Center, both single game and season tickets. And after last week, it's important for the Cats to come home, feel good about themselves in front of a home crowd, and try to knock off North Texas. It won't be easy. The Mean Green's pretty good. They most certainly were mean against the Vandals in their home stadium in 100-degree heat in their opener. Ohio beat them in 2009. Let's take a look at 2013 North Texas football. North Texas is celebrating its 100th season of football. The last time the Mean Green had a winning season was back in 2004. They went 7-5 and lost to Southern Miss in the New Orleans Bowl that year. In the now 8 seasons and 1 game since then, they've won just 23 games. But the Mean Green could be on the go in the 3rd season for former Iowa State head coach Dan McCarney. It's year 2 in a beautiful new stadium. They went 4-8 last season, have 17 starters returning, and blew out Idaho at home in the opener 40-6. The Vandals actually scored first in the game. Derek Thompson is back at quarterback. The senior threw for 2,600 yards and 14 touchdowns and 14 interceptions in 2012. Against Idaho, he missed on just 4 attempts and 27 tries for 349 yards and 2 touchdowns. At running back, Brandon Byrd had 3 100-yard games in 2012. He was 43 shy of that against the Vandals, but did have 2 touchdowns. Purdue transfer Reggie Pegram ran for 47 yards and a score. Antoine Jimerson will get touches on Saturday, too. 12 players caught a pass in the opener. Raylan Chancellor missed the final 5 games last year, but was very healthy for Game 1 this year. He caught 6 passes for 135 yards and a score. He's also a top-flight kick returner. Texas transfer Darius Terrell also had a touchdown. 3 starters are back on an offensive line unit that only allowed 5 sacks last year, the lowest total in the country. They were about 200 yards north of last year's yard average last week with 591. Defensively, the Mean Green allowed 28 points and 415 yards on average last year. Against the Vandals, 6 points and 369 yards. They had 19 sacks last year and had 5 in the opener. Linebacker Zach Orr was a first-team All-Sun Belt performer last year. He'll make a bid for first-team All-Conference USA honors this year. He had 108 stops last season and 11 tackles, a sack, a forced fumble, and a fumble recovery last week. For good reason, he's their league's Deep Player of the Week. Derek Akune makes it a solid linebacking tandem. They're strong in the secondary, too, with second-team All-Sun Belt cornerback Zach Whitfield and safety Laramie Lee, who had a tackle for loss, a forced fumble, and 2 fumble recoveries against Idaho. So there you go. We got you set. Our game day coverage starts at 6 with the kick at 7 o'clock. Rob Cornelius and Grant Burkhart and I will paint the picture for you. It's also on ESPN3. Our friend Keith Morehouse from WSAZ, Charleston Huntington TV, will be up here to have that play-by-play call, so you could have both broadcasts on. And of course, if you're heading to Peden Stadium, bring your radio along as well. It's Ohio and North Texas in the home opener of 2013. For Tanner Smith and Tony Romaine, I'm Russ Eisenstein. This is Bobcat TV.